Hey, Merry Christmas. Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's not Christmas, it's over. No, not necessarily. I think it was back in the medieval times in England. They started a tradition that Christmas should be celebrated 12 days. Has nothing to do with the song. Google that. You'll find some really neat things that they read and shared about for their 12 days of Christmas. Well, I also like to celebrate Christmas for 12 days. No, not that we give out presents all the time. Um, but I think it's really when we first started, all of the world on Christmas, when Jesus was born, started their walk with God in a powerful way. And you can actually, if you read Luke chapter, the book of Luke, Jesus is not even born until Luke 2. The rest of that is preparing for the walk, I guess you would say. Read the whole Bible, but read Luke chapter 2, and you can read about his birth and the shepherds coming. Um, I really liked also reading about when Jesus was 8 days old. He's 8 days old. His mom and dad took him to the temple. Mary and Joseph took him to the temple, as according to Jewish traditions, Jewish laws. It's like a dedication service, I guess. And read about and last time I talked to you about Simeon, who was at the temple. Read that in Luke chapter 2. Wow, that was powerful. I want to share with you about Anna starting her walk with Jesus when he was just 8 days old. So if I'm looking at my Bible here and want to read to you that event. So I'm looking at it's Luke chapter 2, verse 36. Anna, a prophet, was there in the temple. That's right. There were women prophets too. Uh, she was the daughter of Phanum, messed up his name, from the tribe of Asher, and she was very old. Her husband died when she had been married only 7 years. She lived as a widow to the age of 84. She never left the temple, stayed there day and night, worshiping God, fasting and prayer. She came alongside Simeon as he was talking with Mary and Joseph, and she began praising God. She talked about the child to everyone who had been waiting expectantly for God to rescue Jerusalem. And then, when Jesus' parents had fulfilled all the requirements of the law of the land, they returned to Nazareth in Galilee. There the child grew up healthy and strong. He was filled with wisdom, and God's favor was on him. Now, there's still more to the life of Jesus as he was a kid. Next time I can't wait to share with you, but you can read it. Go on in Luke. You can read about what happened to Jesus when he was 12 years old. But picture this. Here are two people at the temple that saw Jesus when he was 8 days old, and they knew this was God. Wow. They began I think, began their walk with God, with Jesus. When you have that relationship with Jesus, and let's renew it every day, we have a walk with Jesus. We're walking with Jesus, which is the only way to get through this world, isn't it? Walk with Jesus. It may not always be happy, but will always be fulfilling. All right. We're going to talk more about walking with Jesus next time, but you can read it on ahead. We're going to talk about when Jesus was 12 years old, but now walk with Jesus.